Hi guys, welcome to day number 19. If it's your first day here, thank you for joining me. If you've been here before, welcome back. We've made it to another day. If you don't know why I'm doing this for 31 days. I've challenged myself to post a 10-minute video every day on YouTube to help me improve my consistency, to help me improve my discipline, reliability, and to help me get better at speaking in front of the camera one-on-one. My name's Shay. By the way, I realized I don't think I've ever said my name. My name's Shay or Shekinah or Shakana, depending on where you know me from. But yeah, Shay or Shaq, I guess will do. So today is day 19 in my 31-day challenge. Today's been a good day. I woke up with purpose today. I remember to pray first thing in the morning. Always remember to pray. One of the most important things. I forget to mention that a lot, so I'm gonna try and make sure I mention that more going forward. But yes, today has been a productive day in terms of I was very focused and very motivated. I've cooked, I've managed to get a lot of stuff done. Something that took a lot of my time today, right, which does usually, but not on the same scale, because usually I think it's much more limited in that there's not as many people. Whereas today, I spoke to a lot of people today, and because of speaking to a lot of people, it just took a lot of time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with speaking with a lot of people in a day, but I do think it's important to track your time. I start having fun, I start getting carried away in the conversation, I forget what even time it is. And I do this thing where when I'm on the phone, I subconsciously carry on living, but I don't really know what I'm doing. So I might just walk in circles for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just because I'm on the phone. So I realized today that I need to start being conscious of my time. So there's nothing wrong with being on the phone, but not being conscious of my time, getting carried away, getting lost in it is things I need to make sure I really buckle down on moving forward. So yeah, that's why I'm actually late with filming today. The time is currently 4 minutes past 10, which by the time I get this out and processed and transcribed, I'm pushing to beat midnight, and that's really irritating. I keep falling just after midnight, but yeah, we're gonna beat that going forward, because there can't be that many more lessons to learn in terms of what's gonna get in my way of me posting my video and getting it out on time. So yeah, look forward to that. I wanted to talk yesterday, right? We finished on I finished on the topic of you can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. And the full kind of principle of it is learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Because if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living, which is good. But if you learn to work harder on yourself, then you'll make a fortune, which is great. So that's kind of the principle of it is, learn to invest in yourself and put time in yourself, because that's where your true higher value comes from. That's where you can really make those big, massive differences to your own life that you want to see, rather than just kind of around you and outside of yourself. So that was what that motto of the day was about yesterday. It was about getting that principle of, learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. I really like that. So that's what that was yesterday. Today, well, I'm not saying today's motto, but a lesson for today, I feel like for me has been is resolve. Resolve is something that's come up to me quite a lot recently. I've seen it's popping up. Sometimes I feel like life kind of directs you in a way where it's something might just keep reoccurring to you. You see it over and over again, so it starts to stand out to you. So resolve is something that stood out to me, and it's something that I feel like when I was younger, I never lacked resolve, but I felt like I needed it a lot more. I was competing a lot more. I was doubting myself a lot more. I didn't know so much what I was capable of, so I really had issues with resolve. Not issues, but it really was necessary. So I drew it. It was drawn out of me a lot more, so I had a lot of resolve. But then I feel like as I've achieved a lot of the things that I wanted when I was young, and as I've proven things to myself, and I've not had to prove it anymore, as the environment's become less, as there's been less pressure, I feel like I've had less need for resolve. So now I'm in this space where like I kind of forgot the importance of it, or never really understood the importance of it because I kind of took it for granted. But now that I'm in a space where I'm like, oh, I feel like that's what I'm missing. That's what will make me set my alarm and get up when it goes off. That's what will make me stick to the time I said. That's what will make me be able to, you know, kind of just buckle down and do what needs to be done. And I think it's resolve. Resolve meaning like, you know, my reason for doing it. It's funny how sometimes you watch anime. Listen, yeah, if you don't watch anime, I'm telling you now, you're missing out because there are life lessons in anime, I swear. So there's this one anime episode, and I think the character must be like, you can't achieve anything with such weak resolve, speaking to the protagonist. And it's that essence of like, you know, whatever you face, whatever you go up against, if you have weak resolve, you're probably not going to make it. I would say dramatically reduces the chances of you achieving whatever you want to achieve. So that's my new, that's like a new focus, another focus that I'm adding to my ever growing list of focuses is resolve, because yeah, I think that's something that's really important. When I was young, I think I felt like I really wanted to put my family on my back a lot. But as my family's progressed, I feel like, and as life's progressed, I've like not really had as much as a need to do that as I did when I was younger. And it's become more of a personal thing. And the thing is, I always find it easier to do things for others than myself. So when I now having to realign and refocus with myself as the focus point without external motives is something that I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to reignite my resolve and rediscover it in a personal manner to allow me to really kind of get through the harder days, the days when you wake up really late and you have to get everything in and you try, but you know, currently I've been failing, and I do feel that is a lack of resolve. So resolve is something that I'm focused on acquiring and improving on. So yeah, resolve, that's one. I look back at some videos and I think, oh, I hate when I look so serious and I'm just, but yeah, I'm trying not to be serious, my bad. So another lesson of the day is sweating. What was that? No, it's in my imagination. Another aspect that I wanted to talk about was sweating the small stuff. Oh, I've just looked at the time, I only got 1 minute 55 seconds left. But another aspect was sweating the small stuff, the details, and learning to sweat the small stuff, because I think that it's really where you lose out, you know? Along with resolve, of course. Resolve is kind of one side of the coin, but I think details is the other side of the coin, because I feel like through life and through daily occurrences now, I'm starting to realize like it is really the small stuff. And I feel like I've known this all along, because I say everything's connected, and it's kind of the same thing. Sweat the small stuff, everything's connected, because if you don't pay attention to detail, then later on it comes back to kind of make your job harder. So a good example for that for me is notes. I started writing notes to help me speak and work through these 10-minute videos easier, but sometimes my notes are very lazy, very lackluster, very last minute. So I'm looking at the notes and I'm like, I don't even know what I was intending to say here. Like, I've just left myself a jigsaw puzzle to do in the middle of a challenge already. So yeah, sweat the small stuff, put the details in there, because when you look back at it, you might think you'll get it, but life goes on, a lot of stuff happens, you process a lot of things in a day, and you might not remember what you meant when you put down food, problem, money, hunger, you know? That's some old notes, but yeah, you get what I mean. Anyway, since I've only got 20 seconds left, what's my motto of the day? My motto of the day is quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. And I say that because sometimes, like I said, I don't get time to to really do the things I want to do, and I plan all these things and I never get around to them, and I might not get to speak to someone I want to speak to in the time I want to speak to them, and I might not get to do the things I want to do and have the conversations I want to have. And that used to put me off in terms of like, I feel like, oh, I've missed the window now, I can't do it. And recently now I've found that it's much better for me to take the time to put effort into what I am saying when I get the chance to say it, and apologize for not saying it earlier and express that I wanted to say it earlier, rather than just, rather than just kind of running away from the situation because I missed it or because I couldn't do it the way I wanted to do it. So yeah, quality over quantity is the response, guys. If you have someone who means something to you, someone who you value, something that you value, and you don't get the time you want to get to show that, or to kind of, to put into it, then, that's kind of my thing, is as long as when you do get time for it, when you do get a chance to do it, give it your all, put your heart into it, really put quality into it. And for me, the results of that is it will normally work out. Maybe someone you wanted to speak to and you don't know what to say to them, or you've taken too long to reply. If you actually just, put the time to put some quality into what you say, then it works out, I feel. So yeah, that is the lesson of the day: quality over quantity in that capacity. So yeah, thank you for joining me, guys. It's been 10 minutes, day 19. I don't know what fell somewhere. I hope everything's okay over there. But yeah, have a good night. I hope you all are ready for Christmas. 6 more days until Christmas. I think we're having a big family meal for Christmas, so I'm excited. Here's a question. Side note, my mom's never made turkey. She always makes chicken. And this year she's like, shall I make turkey? Because obviously it's like a Christmas thing to make turkey. Is turkey good? I feel like I should know this, but in my head right now, I've got no memory of whether I like turkey or not. So if you know, just hit me up. But yeah, peace, guys. Good night.